This video is about how to find the highest common factor, or HCF, of two numbers. There are two methods you need to know. First is just listing factors, which is good for small numbers. The second is using prime factorizations, which is harder, but it's good for large numbers. So if we start by finding the highest common factor of a couple of small numbers, so let's say 16 and 24. So we'll do this by listing factors. So we'll list the factors of 16. A good way to find factors is to think of factor pairs. So I'll just start with number 1, and I think 1 times what is 16? Well, it's 1 times 16. And then I go on to number 2. Does 2 go into 16? Yes, it does. It goes 8 times. Does 3 go into 16? No, 3 is not a factor. Is 4 a factor? Yes, 4 times 4 is 16. So these are all the factors of 16. I'll just rewrite them in ascending order, because that will make it easy for me later on. Okay, do the same with 24. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and 5 isn't a factor. And then I get back to the next one, 6. I've already got that, so I've got the lot. Write them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. Okay, so I've got all the factors of 16, all the factors of 24. I'm looking now for the highest common factor, so the largest number which is in both lists. So it's a good idea maybe just to circle the ones which are in both lists. So I've got 1 and 1, I'll just highlight them. 1 and 1's in both, 2 and 2's in both, 3 is not in both, 4 is in both, 6 isn't, 8 is in both, and 16 isn't. Okay, so when I've got them all highlighted, I can see that the highest number, which is in both lists of multiples, factors, both lists of factors, is 8. So the highest common factor of 16 and 24 is 8. Okay, now we'll do one using prime factorization. So we'll find the highest common factor of 90 and 150. So I start with the prime factorizations. I'll do 90, so it could be 9 times 10, and neither of these are prime, so I'll break up the 9, 3 times 3, they're both prime, and 10 is 2 times 5, they're both prime. Okay, so 90 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. There's my prime factorization of 90. I'll do the same for 150. So that's 15 times 10. 15 is 3 times 5. They're both prime. And 10 is 2 times 5. They're both prime. So 150 is 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. Okay, now I'm looking for common factors. So here I'm looking at the prime factorizations. So they both have a 2. They both have a 3. There's another 3 in the prime factorization of 90, but there's not a 3 here. But they do both have a 5. So these are the numbers they have in common. So my highest common factor is now the product of these, 2 times 3 times 5. It's the factors which are in both numbers. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, times 3 is 30. So the highest common factor of 90 and 150 is 30.